Hello to my little best friends in the whole entire world. Here's a kiss for you today if you've not received one yet. You guys know the TikToks where people, they like pretend to like kiss the phone? Mortifying, genuinely mortifying. Like the face we all make, the death to all of them. While I make YouTube videos, you know, when I feel like it and whatever, I'll explain my life, but like not a lot. Like I give you bits and pieces. I don't really explain it in one cohesive story whatsoever. I decided that since I graduated college, now's my time to make a college advice video. Why? I don't know. It just seems like the right path to take. As I make this like college advice video, I also want to explain to you my college experience since I realize you guys have no clue of anything at all about me. And maybe you want to know. I don't know. I'm pretty cool or whatever. I thought the best way to do this is to make a tier list of events in my college career. I stole this idea. I snatched it right from Nina Wang. She made a video doing this, but she only is like a sophomore in college. Whatever, I'm doing it for the whole college experience, okay? Now, I just included like bigger events. I didn't put any like very specific tiny events in there. Ah! Oh my god, my friend's calling me. I'm back. Like an hour and a half later, I meant to comb my eyebrows. Anyway, I think you understand what this video is, right? Yeah? Okay, cool. Let me review with you the categories I have created. I have heart emoji. That's basically S tier. Top moments of my life, college experience, whatever, you get it. The next tier, which would be A tier, is I'm having so much fun. I'm having fun, but it's not like my top moment of my whole life. Next is I'm okay-ish. Thanks for asking. This one's pretty self-explanatory. It's okay, but things could be better. The next is reconsidering all life decisions up until this point. Doesn't need an explanation. And then the last one is why did I go here? This could also be just why in general. The lowest tier, we hate it here, basically. Let's start with commuting. So I commuted to college. I basically decided to commute to school because I had so much anxiety about going to college that I thought I would not be able to handle living away. So I decided to commute to school. Commuting had its ups and downs, which we will go into in our next category, which is my first semester freshman year. Overall, commuting was okay-ish, thanks for asking. This is actually so silly of me. I looked up freshman year loser and this photo of this kid popped up as the first image search, so I chose it. I don't know him, I'm so sorry. First semester freshman year was genuinely awful because it seemed like everybody was making friends except for me. I didn't live on campus, therefore I basically had no friends because people were friends with their roommates, yada yada yada. I would drive to school and go to class and then drive home, so I had no friends. What was I gonna do, sit in the library and like turn to the people next to me and start talking to them? No, realistically no. I had no friends. I was first semester freshman year loser like this guy in the photo. This goes under reconsidering all life decisions. I would frequently cry to my boyfriend because I had no friends. I would like cry over the fact that I had no friends. Like my friends who I had, they were at school obviously, and I was still like home pretty much. Anyway, it was a rough patch of my life. So reconsidering all life decisions, I really was like, what the fuck did I do? The next one that we'll do is sorority rush. I chose a great photo of some basic sorority girls for this one. So we did not have sorority rush our first semester. We actually had it our second semester. So like spring semester freshman year is when I rushed. And it was like the official rush, you know, the whole shebang. I don't think I need to explain rush to you. Basically, you go talk to every sorority on campus. They rate you, you rate them. They decide if they want you or not. They call you back if they want you. If they don't want you, they don't call you back. Rush overall ended up being good. But it was weird because it was like on the first day, I really liked like one sorority in particular, and then they didn't call me back and I was like upset, but I still continued to go through rush. I think at my school there were 7 sororities, so I was like, I'm just gonna continue going through. I'm not gonna stop going to rush. I do think if you decide to do rush, you probably should try to go all the way to the end, because here's what happened to me. The sorority that I ended up joining, which is AO Pi, Alpha Omicron Pi, after the first day I was like, I like them, but I'm not sure if I want to be in their sorority. But as the days went on of rush, I realized I actually did really like the girls there, and then I ended up picking them and blah blah blah, I joined the sorority. So Rush as a whole, I would say was I'm okay-ish, thanks for asking. Like, I mean, it's not like the time of your life, it's really draining. So it was like overall okay, but it ended up working out. Then we have my sorority. Here's the issue with my college. There is no sorority houses, there's no frat houses. If you're a frat, you like get a house together, but it's not like the official campus housing, which sucks. Sorry, it sucks. If you go to a school, or if you're gonna go to a school that does not have the sorority housing, it kind of sucks. I think it would have been cool to live in a sorority house, but I also think it is difficult because then like it's a lot of people that you're living with and it's a lot. Also, I never lived in one, so I don't even know. I really liked my sorority. All the girls in my sorority, I feel like I became really good friends with them, and it was overall a really fun experience. It sucked when COVID hit and it was like not as much was going on, but it was fun. I liked being in a sorority. I made a lot of friends, and without the sorority, I probably would have had pretty much no friends throughout my entire college experience. Amazing. So sorority goes in, I'm gonna put it in I'm having so much fun, because sometimes we'd have things very early in the morning. You have like meetings and I don't know, things. And sometimes those things when they were like early in the morning was like annoying. I was commuter, so I'd be having to drive back and forth. It was a lot. You know, you're doing school, you're doing sorority, it's a lot. So it's going in, I'm having so much fun, because the social aspect was great for me, thank God, LOL. Let's move on to my major, which was elementary and special education. Elementary and special education and we have a rough history together. When I went to school, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be a teacher. What else would I do with my life? Like, this is what I've always wanted. Then I had my first like student teaching placement, and it sucked. It was really bad. My teacher, first of all, she was just straight up mean. I think I went in once every week, and then at the end I had to teach the kids a lesson. And when I was teaching the lesson, the teacher of the students was watching. My professor was watching, my supervisor was watching, and the other girl that was also student teaching in my classroom, she was watching. So there's like 4 adults watching me, and I'm teaching these 2nd grade children, and it was literally just so bad. All the kids are calling out, they're all yelling, they're all screaming at me. They just got very out of control, and I did not know how to manage them. And literally my lesson ended and I went to the bathroom and I cried for the whole time. Like, I missed lunch because I was in the school bathroom crying. And then my supervisor came to me in the bathroom while I'm crying, and she basically was like, do you want to redo your whole lesson? And I was like, no, I don't want to teach these kids again. And she was like, okay, I'll make sure you pass, implying that she probably would have failed me. So then after that moment, I was like, wow, I hate teaching and I'm never gonna be a teacher. I'm changing my major. Like, I went home and I was like fucking researching different majors, and I was like, maybe I'll do hospitality. But then my school did not offer hospitality, and I was really not about to like transfer schools in that moment. But then as time went on, I ended up really liking education. My senior year, when I was placed in the school that I student taught in, for my senior year placement, I liked that school, even though it was a lot of hard work. It was insane because basically I was student teaching 5 days a week for the full school day, and then at night I'd have classes, and then on the weekends I'd be planning my lessons to teach the students for the next week. And I also had to do the entire EdTPA, which is like this big test you have to pass, and it's like you have to like record yourself teaching. It's not like a test like A, B, C, or D. It's like a test like analyzing your teaching methods. So it was really hard, but it was also good because I like the kids, but hard. But now I'm glad I chose it. So education, I was also elementary and special education, not that that matters, but education for a time was reconsidering all life decisions up until this point, but I think it ended with I'm okay-ish, thanks for asking. I mean, truthfully, that's where it goes. Then we'll do student teaching quickly, which I already kind of talked about. Student teaching would probably go in reconsidering all life decisions up until this point because it was really hard. Even though I love the kids, it was just really hard. Okay, then, oh my God, my second major is history. we don't fucking talk about it. We don't talk about it. It's hard because being a history major, especially at this time period, 2021, was good because I genuinely learned a lot. Genuinely learned so much, actually. So I felt very knowledgeable. But also, being a history major comes with being in class with other history majors, which actually, they were all very nice and I genuinely enjoyed being around them. It was kind of funny because I felt like an outsider for most of it. When you're in a history major class, it's like the kids from high school who like knew every history fact about World War I, and then it's like me fucking sitting there. But they were all very nice and I liked them as people. Oh, this is my, I chose a meme. It's bad. Just read it. History major, I would say I'm having so much fun. But was I? Well, there was also a lot of papers I had to write. Let's move it to I'm okay-ish, thanks for asking. What do we have next? The Disney College Program. If you don't know what the Disney College Program is, basically you take a semester off at school or you can like take classes while you're there and you like are working at Disney, you're doing classes if you have them, and then you get free admission into the parks because you're an employee. It's not a program you apply to through your school, you apply through like Disney. So it's technically an internship. For me, obviously it counted towards nothing because I didn't need an internship. I needed student teaching to graduate. So it didn't count as anything, no credits, no nothing. But I did it for the funness of it. And I just kind of applied on a whim. Like one of my friends' roommates did it and I was like, oh, that seems kind of cool. I'll like apply for fun. And then I very quickly got in and then I was like, now what? But after like a lot of talking and figuring out my classes and blah, 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 I ended up going and doing it. But of course, when I went and did it, it was January of 2020. Was supposed to be there until May of 2020. Of course, got sent home in March of 2020 from Corona. It was so much fun though, genuinely. The Disney College Program, I would recommend everybody to do it because I had so much fun. But I know for other people, it's not always like the most spectacular time of your life because you're working full time for Disney. I really liked my job. I was quick service food and beverage, which is like, you're basically a fast food worker. I was right outside of the Tower of Terror in Hollywood Studios and I really, really, really liked my roommates. Shout out to them. They're the people I just went away with. So Disney College Program, fucking heart emoji. Genuine heart emoji. So much fun. Top 10 moments of my life, honestly. Next, oh my God, I skipped this one. I skipped frat parties. That's so embarrassing, genuinely. Okay, let me explain frat parties. Frat parties that are open to everyone are fun, but what's more fun is when you have a frat party that's like just your sorority and that frat, but also only if you like that frat. There's like one frat at my school where whenever we'd have a party with them or whenever they'd throw a party with everyone, I always went because I knew girls in my sorority were gonna be there and it was like genuinely fun. Like I was friends with the boys who were in the frat. But then if there was like a frat party with a frat that I didn't like, I just wouldn't go. So I always had fun at frat parties, genuinely. But sometimes they're like weird. Frat parties get a I'm having so much fun. Because I did have fun. I had fun. I had fun. I had fun, yeah. The next one we'll do, I guess, is boys. I guess this could also be like relationships. I mean, when I went to college, I was dating a boy. We ended up breaking up like my sophomore year in October. Don't worry, it was like pretty much a mutual thing. The relationship was just over. And since then, I've been like single. Yeah, the boys, they've been okay-ish. Questionable at times, but the next one we'll do is my school had a really big basketball team, like really good at basketball. I never went to a single game because I always thought I had more time. Here's the thing, I also don't care about basketball. Trigger warning to everybody who goes to my college and is watching this. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. They're probably mad because they all feel very strongly about the basketball, like so strongly about the basketball team. And I just don't care about sports, so I don't care about basketball. God forbid. So basketball team, don't care. But other people feel very strongly about it and good for them. I'm glad they have a hobby, I don't know. The last one that I put at the bottom is my college as a whole. It was like after I went away to Disney, I was like, I should have went to a college where I was like away, like not commuting from my house for the whole time. But I am also grateful for my school because everybody there is very helpful. They're nice, they're pretty accommodating. I think it was a good school to go to. I guess college overall has to go in. I'm having so much fun because now it's like I'm working full time and like, right? Yeah, college overall was fun. Like some people, they're like very obsessed with their school. I clearly didn't go to the basketball games, whatever. I liked it, but I don't like have a passion for my school. Also, why would I have a passion for a place that I'm like paying thousands of dollars to go to? Did I give you any advice? Jesus, I just talked about myself for the whole time. No! My advice to you is go to college. Do things you want to do. Don't go to things you don't want to go to. Live your life. Like really, I mean, if you want to join a sorority, join a sorority. If your friends are going to judge you for joining a sorority, then they're not really your friends. Sorry. If you don't want to join a sorority, don't join a sorority. If you don't want to go out, don't go out. But don't, let me say this, do not let a boy hold you back, because this is an issue I've learned from friends. Their boyfriend will be like, don't go out, don't go out, and they're like, okay, and then them and their boyfriend break up and they're like, I wish I went out all those years, and you're like, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. One of my friends, her and her boyfriend, they dated all throughout college, and then they broke up right as college ended, and she would have like went to a whole different school. Don't let a boy hold you back, or a girl hold you back. Do not. Live your own life. Do everything you want to do. No regrets. Please subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Life and death and love and earth and peace and war on the planet Earth. Is there anything that's worth more than peace and love on the planet Earth? Whoa. Come on, sing it with me. Me? I'll give you the key. Love you.
What's going on?
That's so sweet. I so appreciate that. Thank you. Bye.